So where will we find them in connection to this crooked path? Well, believe it or not, it's exactly in chapter 59 where we were already looking, concerning these they. The very same they that are weaving the spider's web. Now, it takes time to weave the spider's web. It takes place over stages or over world ages. But at this point, I just want you to see that we get a greater description. And you got to keep in mind here the objective. The objective is this, to hatch this viper. All right, and you're going to see me show you this viper, and it's all going to be connected to these 4 dimensions, to this division of knowledge. And guys, I've already shown it one time before, but I'm going to show it again, and it's going to be powerful as it connects to this hole here. So keep that in mind, that we're going to show you this fractal connection to the viper. Of course, it's going to be the Antichrist. So further description about their web is pretty important. Now we get a description of what they are doing, okay? The connection that they're making here. The way of peace they know not, and there is no judgment in their goings. They have made them crooked paths. Whosoever goeth therein shall not know peace. So if you follow their way, if you follow their crooked path, now we know who they follow. They follow the fallen light being Lucifer. So naturally they're going to trod that same path. What is his symbolism? His symbolism is the lightning bolt. If we see that give unto Babylon double according to her works, we see that they're androgynous. They're all about the duality. They're all about the male and the female, the light and the dark, the good and the evil coming together as one thing. Well, it's not so hard to see that when you put this into the terms as we've seen it now, as it relates to the hemispheres of the brain, which is the tool that we use to discern knowledge with anyway, now you see the 2 paths, okay? They make for themselves crooked paths. Any who follows it will not know peace. So one hemisphere of their crooked path, just like we saw, forms one side of the lightning bolt. The other side of the lightning bolt, superimposed, just so happens to do what? Just so happens to make the symbol on the abdomen of the spider itself. Now, is this any accident? Because it says that any who follows this path will not know peace. Well, let's take into symbolism what this spider really is. This spider is representing what? The spider's representing Ishtar. The same feminine energy that we saw represented in the Serpent Reprogrammed Egg series. Which was doing what? Which was enticing their victims sexually. Well, what does a black widow spider do to get its victims? It preys on its own kind, and it entices them with this sexual attraction. And then after the sexual act has been done, this spider consumes its mate. It's the same thing. Now we see Ishtar is symbolized further as Lilith. And then Lilith is further symbolized as a succubus. And a succubus does what? It sexually entices its victims, and then it destroys them. And that's exactly the same thing the symbolism with the spider is all about. It's this occult web that not only are we being trapped in, but the very occult and elite themselves. This very Ishtar, Isis that they worship, they have failed to make the mental elite themselves. That this spider will consume them. That all are being deceived on both sides of the fence. On the spiritual side and the material side, there is a crooked path. And the elite are being deceived also. And we can see it plain as day. Plain as day. So, as I said, we are in this darkness that they have created, right? I said that they wanted us to only see from this blinded right eye. We grope for the wall like the blind, and we grope as if we had no eyes. We stumble at noonday as in the night. We are in desolate places as dead men. That's this fractal matrix that they've created here. Exactly right. So, I think that you, at this point, can see the incredible connections. The spider has 4 legs controlling the 4 dimensions on this side, 4 legs controlling the 4 dimensions on this side, just like the master puppet. I'll be back.